Just a gorgeous fall afternoon in the heart of Texas. No weather to speak of. Sun out, roof open. Yes, yes, and yes. A great day for football at AT&T Stadium in Arlington. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Detroit Lions and the Dallas Cowboys.
Ready, blue 80, black 25. Pick me up. Here we go. A little flat. Check. Watch the eye. Hey, bye.
The first carry now. This is Johnson. And he'll hope that this is not a sign of what's in store as he has to fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. Jalen Smith, the Notre Dame man, in on the tackle.
Second and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, second and 10. From the gun, it's Ryan. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
On third down, Johnson. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up fourth down. So on fourth down, here's Johnny Townsend to punt it. He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. Great coverage there, holds him to a 2-yard return following a 50-yard punt. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. This caught. Reception by Holmes. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. And now it looks like we've got a Cowboy shaken up down there on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside.
Hey, here we go. Check back 21. Let's go.
Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Here's Prescott. And that's Elliott, complete. Call it a pickup of 7, and it'll be 2nd down.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way, and really we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Watch the twist. Here we go. Go to 54. Line 26.
Here's Here's Prescott. He finds Randall Cobb with a completion. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
So after 2 first downs, they get another here. First and 10 at the 45. Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Jarrett Davis. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20.
Kill.
Now Prescott looking deep in the direction of Cooper. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Amari Cooper, his intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Stay at home. Mike 22. Switch up. 26.
Prescott from the gun. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The sack coming from defensive end Cameron Jordan.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board.
Their own 18-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
On 2nd and 12, Ryan, and he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Defensive end DeMarcus Lawrence applied the heat. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Check safety.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on 3rd down conversions to start this thing. Taken from just outside the 30. 12 yards on the return that time. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Von Miller in there for a milestone sack as that moves him past Hall of Famer Michael Strahan, who finished his career with 141.5. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Looking to throw. Prescott. That's complete to Cobb. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line.
That's what I'm talking about.
And the Lions going with an extra DB here on third down.
Let's bring it. Here we go, 47. Let's bring it.
They'll try and run for it with Elliott. Oh, and they had him stopped short of the first, but a penalty marker down. And that looked like a clear face mask to me. So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10.
Watch 84. Watch 84. He's going. Watch tight end. Check 26. Check 26.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line.
I'm going to come back to you. I'm going to come back to you.
Prescott to throw it. He's got a man complete. It's Amari Cooper. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. And now the throw here is incomplete, and with that, we come to the end of the first quarter of play. We're scoreless after 1.
Reggie Bullock down for the field goal. A 40-yard attempt.
And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost, and the Cowboys are going to jump out to a 3-0 lead. Been a bit of a dogfight thus far into the second quarter now, and we do have our first points, a field goal.
Yeah, a lot of people say, wow, first action on the scoreboard, about time. To me, the action's been right there on the field, trying to figure out who could gain an advantage, gain some field position, finally get points on the board. I'm loving this kind of game.
It feels like kickers might play a big role in this one.
Yes, make sure you give them the respect they deserve. They could cost you a game or win you one.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone...
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
Here we go. Like 50. Watch the pass. Watch the pass. Here we go. Here we go. Wide. Get wide. Hey, kill. Extreme.
The first down carry by Elliott. Tackle is made by Cameron Jordan.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Watch tight end. Tight right.
Out of the gun, it's Elliott. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down. The Cowboys on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
Here we go, 47. Like 22, he's coming. 26.
Throwing, Prescott, letting one fly deep for Cooper. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending the guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now, seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They are still in search of their first points in the ball game, but only down 6-0 as they begin with a first down. A pretty big opening there on first down. 8 yards up to the 33. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
2nd and 2 at the 33-yard line.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
I got one.
Ryan. Open man, he's got him, the tight end, Hawkinson. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be 3rd down.
And that's when it's fun to play defense. When you're able to diagnose a play right from the beginning, get all your guys to the football, and spill the play, that's when you have a lot of fun playing on that side of the ball.
They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. On the ground, this is Johnson. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. He needed a yard, that's what he got, and it's going to earn him a new set of downs.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. To throw is Ryan. Gets this into the hands of the tight end, Higbee. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Now it's Ryan. This one grabbed by A.J. Green. First down Lions on a pickup of 13.
A gain of 13 yards. First down, Detroit.
Ryan now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. They go back to the ground with Johnson. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Down, ready, you ready? Hey, pick your game up. Check.
From midfield now, here's Ryan. Green brings it in. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
The Lions on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
Hey, Mike 51. Hey, sprint plans. Check, it up.
From the shotgun, Ryan. And that is incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed, if there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away.
We got this. At their own 20-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Now they're about to come up on drive number 4, but so far just 2 field goals on drives 1 through 3.
Wondering if the head coach has talked with his offense coordinator and said, look, let's go ahead and press this a little bit. I'm giving you 4 downs on just about every occasion.
In a double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith, and they will take over at the 26-yard line. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
Well, he talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. On the toss, here's Johnson. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments and doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7.
Watch the run. Watch the run. 11. Check three. Shoot. All right, 25.
Out of the gun, it's Ryan. And incomplete, a disappointing drop there defensively by the rookie. And now 4th down.
A pretty rocky start in this game for the guy throwing the ball. Already has thrown 1 interception. Almost threw a second one right there. All he's doing right now is giving the defense a whole lot of confidence.
And his kick is right there. It's good. And they are on the board, trailing now 6-3. Now, that's something of a pick-me-up. The offense certainly has struggled, but they do get the field goal before half to put 3 on the board.
Yeah, you don't want to be shut out, but let's face it, those 3 points, that's not going to solve all their problems either.
Fielded about a yard deep. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10 at the 9-yard line.
Anytime you field a kickoff inside your own end zone, you've got to be decisive about whether you're bringing it out or not. Sometimes that indecision can really cost you. That may have been what happened on that play.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Dak dropping this one off for Zeke. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 15.
That's it. Big hit.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
To throw again on 2nd down. Prescott looking deep for Elliott. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
Well, already seen him catch a few passes out of the backfield in the first half, unable to connect on that one.
Certainly seems like getting him the ball out of the passing game, though, is part of their game plan.
It certainly is because he catches it well, creates a mismatch. You're going to cover him with a linebacker, a corner, a safety. They feel like he can win every battle.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down.
Mike 22 is coming. 22 is coming. Mike.
Now Prescott. He's got his target. It's Cobb. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
First down. First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
There we go. There we go. Count. There we go. Count. 22's coming. 22's coming. You. 26.
Prescott yet again. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And his guys will set up shop at midfield. At the 50-yard line.
At the 50-yard line.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up first and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Here's Johnson. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Recon, 132 fighter. Hey, 5-7.
And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Could we get a touchdown in this first half after all? It's first and 10.
Hey, Delta.
Now Johnson. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Back to throw. Gage looking for Green, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Space to maneuver at the 40. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Cowboys. Tony Pollard in the final seconds of the first half. And the Cowboys are able to show off their quick strike ability.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. Short kick. One of the up middle take it down. And they'll be set up with good field position here as he gets this up over the 40-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers.
And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. They go to Elliott again. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
For the Lions, an extra DB in the game now here on 3rd down.
22's coming, 22's coming, Mike. Watch the run, watch the run.
Prescott now. Cooper's got it. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Give him 18 on that one, and it's a Dallas first down. That is catch number 300 now for his NFL career. Prescott now 8 of 15 through the air, but it's 1st and 10 here. To throw is Prescott. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And this is caught at the 20. Touchdown, Cowboys. Amari Cooper, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
Go.
2nd and 6. And all this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
It's got to the point where we see guys like that make that type of a catch. Not fair goes through my brain. That size, that speed, and now they're acting like wide receivers too.
Yeah, tight end one-handed catches. They're kind of like wide receiver one-handed catches nowadays.
Just not right.
And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards.
Hey, Orbit.
They're going to try and throw. He's got his man, T.J. Hockenson. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down.
Right there, 54, right there, 54. Hey, Foxtrot. Go.
Throwing on first down. Gage. Oh, nearly a disaster there on the check down. But they'll get it back.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Johnson the intended target, but now it's 3rd down.
Nothing open downfield, and he had to get that one out in a hurry because he just knew he was about to take a big shot. Probably couldn't get his legs into the throw. Became an all-arm throw, trying to check it down to his running back. Incomplete.
57's mine. Get that quarterback, D-line.
To throw on 3rd down. Gage, he's going to rifle one deep left side, and that's caught inside the 30. On 3rd and 10, they go flying past the marker and get nearly 40 yards. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well and get a few stops.
That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from it. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Over the middle, it's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
That is inches from the upright. It's no good. Wide to the left, and this score will stay right where it is. You know that they were thinking second-half comeback here. That's a big miss if they want to have a chance at that comeback.
A very big miss because time is becoming a real factor now, and they're 3 scores down.
Prescott on 1st down. Looking for Cooper. That's complete. And now nothing but green ahead of him. Touchdown, Cowboys! Amari Cooper with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
This quarterback now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Johnson. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
60 Pittsburgh.
At the 39-yard line.
Hey, let's go. Danny, smooth. 51's the mine.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Gage into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Xavier Woods with a pick. Well, some credit there to A.J. Green because he's so tough to cover. Sometimes he causes those penalties.
And he's one of the more difficult guys to cover in the NFL because of his ability to do just about anything on a route. Hard to do. Creates a lot of pass interference calls.
Sponge. No. Check 43. Hey, seam 6. Seam 6. Ready?
On first down, Gage. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Crunch. Switch.
Throwing again. Gage. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. First down for the Lions on a nice pickup of 18 yards.
And the Lions first down.
Set. 18 Gator.
The first down carry here for Johnson. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
Every player I know tends to play the game in his mind before it actually happens. There's no way he thought that at this stage of the game, this would be his first big run like that.
Yeah, but it's got to feel for him like the floodgates open, a sigh of relief. Now we'll see if things can open up for him.
See if it can continue.
From the gun, Gage. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Rashawn Golden. And to the 12. That's where it stops. The return is halted at the 12-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. That turnover might just about do it here. Fourth quarter, the lead that you've got, they can just run the football, run the clock.
Exactly right. They played smart, a couple of first downs, and this one should just about be over.
This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and 12.
9-yard line.
Here we go. Wide aim. Check 55 to Mike. Hey, watch the ball.
On the jet sweep, here's Cooper. Brings it just past the 15, able to avoid the initial contact, but not much more there on the play. That's what they needed. It's an 8-yard gain, and now 3rd and 4 suddenly doesn't look so bad. The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. On 3rd down, Elliott. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Taken in at the 22. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Lions will take over.
On the ready.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
On 1st and 10, Gage. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43.
Hey, Alpha. Hey, check Mike 57. Mike 57. Mike.
To throw again. Gage. That's to his running back, Kerryon Johnson. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 26. This quarterback now 10 of 17 throwing the ball. He's got a 1st and 10.
Hey, Echo. 57, come on.
Operating from the gun. Gage. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
And he'll get it down this time to the 17. It'll be a gain of 9, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1. The Lions on 3rd down. Not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They'll run it with Johnson. Johnson with a burst, a first down and more. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Kerryon Johnson, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Lions are able to draw a bit closer.
Offensive line coaches always tell their guys, if we score touchdowns, that means we get to the end zone first. That's exactly what those blockers did, clearing the way for their back.
And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2.
Hey, Delta. Hey, Mike 51, Mike 51. Quit talking about it.
From the gun, Gage to the end zone, but it's incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite, but in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that exit, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
Come on, baby. Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to play from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down. And a loose football. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. 11 yards there and a Lion 1st down. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
The throw over the middle taken in. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down.
Come get some. Come on, go.
Here's 2nd and 8. That's complete to his tight end, Higbee. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
From the gun on 3rd down. Gage. And able to find Green. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down.
Well, we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Hey, exit. Mike 51, Mike 51. All day, just like that.
Throwing on first down. Gage. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. They were looking for Johnson that time. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point.
Brings up 2nd and 11. At the 28 line.
You ain't going nowhere.
And they will take a knee here.
First down on the keeper. A loss of a yard. It's now 3rd and 13.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. And they'll indeed take a knee.
First down on the keeper. A loss of a yard. It's 4th down.
So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for the Cowboys, it's a much-needed victory as it gets them back to 2-4 on the year. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Houston Texans. Meanwhile, for Detroit, the loss here will move them back to 500 at 3-3. And they'll try to rebound next week on the road in Washington. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.